Hello guys, I do apologise. I know it's very late and apologies, but this is the goal line. Hello guys, welcome to the goal line. Like I said, I am John, and again, apologies for the late night. The lateness of the goal line. Last night I had a bit of very, in fact, a very busy on. But with that, it means I can also bring you today's results. There were quite a few games in the Premier League today. But I'm going to get straight in because obviously I'm late with the goal line this week. I'm going to go straight into the scores and the fixtures from yesterday. So let me just sort this camera out, that's it. So we're going to start in the Premier League yesterday. So if you don't know the results now, I'm telling you. So Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2, Brighton 1, Burnley 1, Man United 0, Bournemouth 3, Sheffield United 1, Brentford 0, Wolves 1, Nottingham Forest 1, and in the late night kickoff it was Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Very impressive Aston Villa at the moment. So then we go into the Cinch Scottish Premiership. Aberdeen 2, Hearts 1, Livingston 0, Hibernian 1, Motherwell 1, St Johnstone 1, Rangers 3, Dundee 1, and St Mirren 2, Ross County 0. Then we go into the EFL Championship. Blackburn 0, Leeds 2, Sunderland 2, West Brom 1, Cardiff 1, Millwall 0, Huddersfield 1, Bristol City 1, Leicester 4, Plymouth 0, Middlesbrough 0, Ipswich 2, Norwich and Preston was a 0-0, QPR 2, Hull 0, Rotherham 1, Swansea 2, Stoke 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1, and Watford 1, Southampton 1. There was one game in the Women's Super League. It was Man City Women 2, Aston Villa Women 1. Then we go into the EFL League 1. Blackpool 3, Carlisle 0, Bristol Rovers 1, Cheltenham 1, Burton 1, Stevenage 2, Charlton and Cambridge was a 2-2. Cambridge came back with late equalisers. Exeter 0, Port Vale 1, Leyton Orient 0, Derby 3, Northampton 3, Fleetwood 0, Peterborough 3, Oxford United 0, Reading 1, Barnsley 3, Wigan and Lincoln was a 0-0, and Wickham 0, Shrewsbury 1. Going into League 2, and there was a couple of postponements. Barrow and Gillingham, waterlogged pitch. Bradford and Salford was a waterlogged pitch. Forest Green and Wrexham was a waterlogged pitch, and Mansfield MK Dons was a waterlogged pitch, and Sutton United and Harrogate was a waterlogged pitch, so all postponed. But there was some games in League 2. Accrington and Doncaster was 0-0. Wimbledon 4, Swindon 0, Colchester 1, Crawley 2, Grimsby 2, Crewe 1, Morecambe and Stockport was a 1-1, Notts County 1, Walsall 2, and Tranmere by the skin of their teeth beat Newport 2-1. Then there's a couple of games in the National League North. One was postponed. It was Banbury United versus Darlington, but that's a match postponed other. But the two games were Chester 2, Tamworth 0, and Warrington Town 4, Scarborough 0. There was a couple of games in the National League South, barring one, which was Truro versus Dover. That match was postponed. But the other results were Dartford 2, Yeovil 2, Taunton Town 4, Farnborough 0, and Worthing 4, St Albans City 4. Then there was a lot of FA Trophy games. Third round. I'm going to go all through them for your benefit. Okay, so here we go. So Averley won, Hungerford Town won. Averley won 8-7 on penalties. Barnet 4, Maidstone United 0. Bar City 1, Boreham Wood 0. Bromley 1, Slough Town 0. Chesterfield 6, Southport 1. Chippenham Town 5, Gloucestershire City 3, Chorley 2, Blythe Spartans 0, City of Liverpool 1, Hartlepool 5, Curzon Ashton 0, Macclesfield 2, Dagenham and Redbridge 1, Peterborough 1, Peterborough Sports 1, but Peterborough Sports win 4-2 on penalties. Dorking 3, Maidenhead United 0, Eastleigh 2, Aldershot 2, Aldershot Town win 5-4 on penalties. Ebbsfleet 1, Bishops 1, but Bishop Stortford win 5-3 on penalties. Frome Town 1, Torquay 4, Hendon 2, Weymouth 0, Hereford 1, South Park 0. Is that the cartoon? Sorry. Horsham 2, AFC Taunton 0, Kidderminster 4, Stourbridge 1, Natwich Town 3, York 2, Newington Town Flyde 2, but AFC Flyde win 6-5 on penalties. Oldham 3, Micklehove 3, but Oldham Athletic win 4-2 on penalties. Oxford City 0, Chelmsford City 1, and Southend 2, Hampton and Richmond. Oh, okay, there's more. Hampton and Richmond 2, but Hampton and Richmond win 4-2 on penalties. Walsall and Colville was a match postponed for some reason. And finally, Wenning 1, Brackley Town 1, but Wenning United win 4-3 on penalties. So there was obviously other Scottish results, but obviously I don't get much feedback about that, so I'm not going to go with that because obviously I think some people aren't too interested. Right, so we're going to go into today, the 10th of December. And again, we're going to start off with the Premier League. So Everton 2, Chelsea 0, Fulham 5, West Ham 0, Luton 1, Man City 2, and the late night kickoff, Tottenham 4, Newcastle 1. There was one Scottish Premiership game. Now this is the one that shocked me. Kilmarnock 2, Celtic 1. Very, very shocking result. So I suppose because I'm doing today's results, I will do the Women's Super League as it's there. Arsenal women 4, Chelsea women 1. Brighton 2, Leicester City 2, Liverpool 1, Bristol City 1, West Ham 0, Everton 1, Tottenham 0, Man United women 4. Then there was quite a few FA Cup women FA Cups. I'll go through that with you. Bournemouth 0, Charlton. These are women's, right? Okay, so these are the women's FA Cup results. So Bournemouth 0, Charlton Athletic 6, Chester 1, Derby 5, Caldon 0, Burnley 11, Crystal Palace 6, Chatham Town 0, Ipswich and Lewes was postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. London City Lionesses 6, Billericay Town 0. Then there was Luton Town and Keynsham match was postponed as well. Newcastle 5, Stoke City 0, Southampton 1, Watford 6, Cheltenham 0, Reading 4, Derwin 0, Blackburn 4. There was another Hull City and Wolverhampton. That was a match postponed. Moneyfield 1, Millwall Lionesses 0, Nottingham Forest 3, Boldmere 1, and Plymouth 2, Oxford United 2, but Plymouth 1, 5-3 on penalties. Portsmouth 1, Southport 2, Sunderland 7, Durham 0, Rugby Borough 2, Sheffield United 3, MK Dons 0, Birmingham City 2, and West Brom 0, Durham Women 5. There was some Scottish Women's Premier League as well. Montrose 3, Dundee 2, Partick Thistle 1, Hearts 4, Celtic 7, Spartans 0, Hamilton Academical 1, Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0, Rangers 5, and Hibernian 1, Glasgow City 3. So that is the way it goes at the moment. So, the top of the table goes as a Premier League. Liverpool are first, and they have 11 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss, but they are on 37 points. Aston Villa had a fantastic win over Arsenal yesterday. So the table is as follows: first is Liverpool, 2 Arsenal, 3 Aston Villa, 4 Man City, 5 Tottenham. 6 Man United, 7 Newcastle, 8 Brighton, 9 West Ham, 10th Fulham, 11th Brentford, 12 Chelsea, 13 Wolves, 14 Bournemouth, 15th Crystal Palace, 16 Nottingham Forest, 17 Everton, and the three relegation places, 18th, 19th and 20th, Luton, Burnley, and even though Sheffield United beat Brentford, they are still rock bottom of the table with 8 points, but they are only below Burnley through goal difference. So yeah, 18 Luton, 19 Burnley, Sheffield Wednesday 20th. I'm going to go into the Championship for people who want to know about the Championship. Leicester still top, 16 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses, 49 points. Leicester first, 2 Ipswich, 3 Leeds, 4th Southampton, 5th West Brom, 6th Sunderland, 7 Cardiff, 8th Hull, 9 Preston, 10th Watford, 11th Blackburn, 12th Middlesbrough, 13th Norwich, 14th Bristol City, 15th Coventry, 16th Swansea, 17th Birmingham, 18th Plymouth, 19th Millwall, 20th Stoke, 21st Huddersfield, 22nd QPR, 23 Sheffield Wednesday, and 24th Rotherham's loss put them to the bottom of the table. We'll then go into League One and we'll look at how the fixtures look at the moment. Portsmouth are at the top, 12 wins, 6 draws, 1 loss, 42 points. So it goes first Portsmouth, 2 Bolton, 3 Stevenage, 4th Peterborough, 5th Derby, 6 Oxford United, 7 Barnsley, 8th Blackpool, 9th Lincoln City, 10th Charlton Athletic, 11th Shrewsbury, 12th Northampton, 13th Bristol Rovers, 14th Wigan, 15th Wickham, 16th Leyton Orient, 17th Port Vale, 18th Cambridge, 19th Burton, Exeter is 20th. The 4 relegation places that occupy them is 21st, 22nd, 23, 24. That's Fleetwood, Carlisle, Reading and Cheltenham respectively. We then go into League 2 because obviously there's going to be people that care about League 2. Obviously, Stockport are at the top of the table, 43 points, 13 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses. So Stockport are at the top of League 2. So it goes first Stockport, second Wrexham, third Barrow, 4th Mansfield, 5th Crewe, 6th Notts County, 7 Wimbledon, 8th Gillingham, 9th Swindon, 10 Accrington Stanley, 11th Crawley, 12th Morecambe, 13 MK Dons, 14 Bradford, 15 Newport, 16th Walsall, 17th Doncaster, 18th Harrogate, 19th Grimsby, 20th Salford, 21st Tranmere, 22nd Colchester, 23 Forest Green Rovers, and 24th is Sutton United. I'm not going to bother going into the normal National League because there's quite frankly no point, because there was FA Cup and most of them were in there. There was a couple of games in North National League North. So for people that want to know that, Scunthorpe are at the top, 13th, 13 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses. So first Scunthorpe, this is the National League North, sorry. First is Scunthorpe, second is Tamworth, 3rd South Shields, sorry, let's get my words out. 4th Chester, 5th Brackley Town, 6th Hereford, 7th Curzon Ashton, 8th is Chorley, Spennymoor Town is 9, Alfredston's 10, Warrington Town 11, Scarborough Athletic 12th, Bosley United is 13th, 14th Southport, 15th Blyth Spartans, 16th Buxton, 17th is Farsley Celtic, 18th is Peterborough Sports, 19th is Banbury United, 20th is Rushworth Olympic, and then 21st is Kings Lynn, Darlington, Gloucestershire City and Bishop's Stortford, who are in the relegation places. And finally we move on to the National League South. Yeovil remain at the top of their table. So first Yeovil, second Maidstone United, third Hampton Richmond, fourth Torquay, 5 Averley, 6th Worthing, 7th Bath City, 8th Chelmsford City, 9th is Braintree, 10th is Tunbridge Angels, 11th is Weston-super-Mare, 12th is Dartford, 13th is Farnborough, 14th is Taunton Town, 15th is Chippenham Town, 16th is Hemel Hempstead Town, 17th is St Albans City, 18th is Weymouth, 19th is Slough Town, 20th is Truro, and 21st, the relegation places, 21st Welling, 22nd Eastbourne Borough, 23rd is Dover, and 24th is Havant and Waterlooville. And I know I said that was the last one, but I will go into the Scottish Premiership for anyone who is interested. Celtic remain at the top with 42 points, 13 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. So Celtic 1, Rangers 2, 3 St Mirren, 4th Hibernian, 5th Kilmarnock, 6th Hearts, 7th Dundee, 8th Ross County, 9th Aberdeen, 10th Motherwell, 11th St Johnstone, and Livingston is at the bottom with 2 wins, 4 draws, 9 losses, and they are at the bottom of the Scottish Premiership. So yeah, that's basically what's been going on in the world of football. Also the scores of football today and yesterday. It's been quite an eventful couple of days, really. Some shocking results. But this Man City has said that they need to prove their doubters wrong after they've had a couple of off days. Match of the day, I think you can catch up on iPlayer. I think there's about another 10 minutes of it left. You can catch up on iPlayer when you see this. Obviously, after Tottenham's result, they're going to hope that they're back on track. I was still shocked about Kilmarnock beating Celtic earlier. That was absolutely crazy. I'm just trying to see if there's any real thing. I'm just trying to see if there's any more games, any more words really. They're saying that Everton beat Chelsea for the third win in a row. Fulham absolutely done West Ham. Really shocked about that. I honestly thought that West Ham would have been okay against Fulham. They're saying Stoke have sacked their manager after 16 months in charge. Alex Neil has left Stoke after 16 months and with the club 20th in the Championship. Stoke City have sacked Alex Neil as manager following Saturday's home defeat by Championship bottom club Sheffield Wednesday. They did lose to Sheffield Wednesday, actually. The 42-year-old Scot spent 16 months in charge in the Potteries after leaving fellow Championship side Sunderland to join Stoke in August 2022. He led Stoke to 16th last season, a fourth in the previous two campaigns when they had each time finished 14th. But they have struggled this term and currently sit 20th in the table. Despite an expensive 18-man summer overhaul, the Potters have won just 6 of their 20th league matches. Assistant Martin Canning has also left the club, and first-team coach Paul Gallagher will take charge of the team for Tuesday's home game against Swansea. The chairman, John Coates, has told the club website, Alex is a man of absolute integrity who has given his all for Stoke City, and we would like to thank him for his hard work during his time with the club. We are grateful for the building blocks he has helped put in place in bringing together a club of players in whom we have a huge amount of faith regarding their ability to turn things around this season and who can help us achieve longer-term success. However, with the way the results have been so far, we have made a difficult decision to seek a new direction for the team at this time. Nothing matters to me more than the success of our club, and we are now working towards the appointment of Alex's successor. Neil said after Saturday's 1-0 defeat by the Owls, when people describe it as a lonely place being a manager, that game possibly optimised it. When you're doing well and you're winning games, and I've been fortunate enough to experience that in my career, everybody's with you. Everybody's part of it. Everybody feels as they put something towards it. When it's like that, and it has been like that in the last 3 matches, you're on your own. They said that Neil's spell at Stoke was his 4th as a Championship manager. And he had a previous job at Norwich, Preston, North End and Sunderland. So that is everything that is Gary Lineker has said that he doesn't like VAR anymore. I'm not going to get into that because there's a big story on that. If you want any more information, you can go to the BBC website or the BBC Red button on your telly, and they will have a lot of stories on there about that, and a lot more stories that you would like to possibly read about. So, anyway, that's going to do it for the goal line this week, guys. I want to, again, apologise sincerely for the late night, or the lateness of the results. You probably know the Saturday results by now. I do apologise for that. But it has meant that we could do today's results for a Sunday. But anyway, so apologies again. The goal line will be back at the normal time next week. And until then, take care of yourselves. Love you all. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends and family, and let's get this channel rolling again. Alright guys, until then, take care. I'll see you next week. Ciao for now.